Bonjour Year 8, welcome to lesson 13 of the summer term. I hope you're enjoying all your lessons with Mrs. Turner. Today the title is Voyager en ligne, so it's travelling online or on the website. Okay, before you start, make sure you've got all the equipment you need and there's a list of it below. Pause to get anything ready that you need for the lesson now. Thank you everyone for sending in photos of your work from last lesson. You should all have your feedback by now. It is such a pleasure to see all the accuracy in your work, how thoroughly you're completing the tasks. So for today's lesson, I'd like to nominate Rebecca, Ginny, Reese, Manor, Ima, Suha to send photos of today's work. And there's my email address. Merci, au revoir. I'm now going to pass you on to Mrs. Turner to teach the rest of the lesson. I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Au revoir. Please write down the date in French, jeudi 21 mai, and the title, Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? What can you do? And underline those neatly, please. And then write down l'objectif to find out information about a holiday destination. Pause to do that now. And here's your do now activity. I'd like you to spot the error, spot the mistake. Just write the sentence out correctly and highlight the word that you changed. So just write the sentence correctly with the correction made and highlight or underline the word you've changed. And here it is. Let's check your work now. So for number 1, you should have written Je suis allé à Paris. Okay, it takes the verb être. It is an irregular verb, so it takes être in the past tense. 2. C'était vraiment incroyable, so you should have underlined the C apostrophe. It makes an S sound, but it is a C and not an S. 3. Il n'y avait pas de restaurant. So you need the N apostrophe before the verb avait and pas to make this correct. So check you've done that. 4. On a vu un château magnifique. So it's the spelling of vue here. We saw a magnificent castle. So make sure you've got VU written down and underlined. And finally, numéro 5. On a fait une excursion. So it should be a T rather than an S here, and you should have underlined the T. Très bien, Year 8. I'm going to pass you on to Mrs. Turner now to conduct the rest of the lesson. Please send me in your work if you've been nominated to do so today. Merci. Au revoir.
Activité 1. When we look at an authentic text, we need to make use of all the clues given in order to work out meanings and make sense of what we are seeing. Look carefully at the image and information provided. So what you have here is the front page of a website. As you know, websites always have a menu of options that you can click on. And you know from your general experience of life and the world around you, what kind of information is often provided on a tourism website. Use photos as well as your clues. For example, look at the dates. Now is apparently 2004. That must be when this was written. What happened 60 years earlier in 1944? Normandy is in northern France. Flags, UK and USA, there's Canada there. What have all these got to do with France in 1944? Something important must have happened if they're celebrating a 60th anniversary of this event. Can you see what this is in the picture? What do you think it's of? We know from our topic at the moment that plage means beach. What do you know about the beaches of Normandy in northern France in 1944? All these things put together should be ringing a bell in your mind. Hopefully you've now realised that this is an information website for visits to an area in northern France where the D-Day landings occurred. We're now going to look more closely at the 7 options that were on the web page. Copy the 7 headings and match them to their English translation. Write both the French and the English into your book. Take 5 minutes, pause the video now. Bon travail. Now let's check your answers. 1. Découvrir, to discover. This is where you would click to find out more about the place. 2. Hébergement, accommodation. 3. Restauration, food and drink. You might have looked at the beginning of that word and seen something resembling restaurant and made a good guess there. 4. Transport, getting around or transport. 5. Carte et accès. Carte actually means map in French, so that's maps and how to get there. 6. Circuit de visite. Tours, different tours or itineraries that you could do to travel around the area and visit everything that there is to do. 7. 60e anniversaire du débarquement, 60th anniversary of D-Day landings. Activité 3. Read the requirements of each person and decide where they should click on the website. Note the letter A to E and the number 1 to 6 in your book. Take 5 minutes, pause the video now. Let's check your answers. A. Je veux voir si on peut réserver des chambres d'hôtel en ligne. Well, we see a few cognates here. Hôtel, en ligne, hotel, online. Réserver, to reserve, those are all cognates. And chambre, you know from your house topic, bedroom. So something about hotel rooms online. This person should click on heading number 2, hébergement. B. Je veux un plan de la ville et une carte de la région pour voir ce qu'il y a à faire en Normandie. Well, this person actually uses the word carte, map. They should click on heading number 5. C. Je veux savoir, I want to know, les horaires du train, the train, there's a cognate, timetable, horaire, pour venir de Paris. This person should click on heading 4, transport. D. Je suis gourmande. You know this phrase. Je veux savoir s'il y a de bonnes crêperies en ville. Des crêpes. Crêpes are the very thin pancakes that are well known and famous in France. So this person wants to find out about restauration. They should click on number 3. E. Je m'intéresse à l'histoire. Je veux savoir ce qu'il y a à visiter. This person is interested in history and wants to know what there is to visit. So they could click either on 1, découvrir, or number 6, the different tours that are available. Mark your work out of 5. Activité 4. Listen to the conversation taking place in the Tourist Information Office. You will only hear the employees' answers. You will not hear any questions. Put questions A to F in the correct order. You need only write down the number and the letter.
Unité 5. Voyager en ligne. Page 86. Exercice 2. Écoute les réponses à l'office de tourisme. Mets les questions dans le bon ordre. Numéro 1.
On mange très bien au restaurant chez Bernard, dans la rue principale. J'y ai mangé un très bon steak hier. C'est à 2 minutes à pied. Tournez à gauche en sortant d'ici.
Numéro 2.
Je suis désolée, mais il n'y en a plus en ce moment.
Numéro 3.
Il y a le cinéma, bien sûr. Et demain soir, vous pouvez aller voir un concert dans les jardins de l'abbaye.
Numéro 4.
Vous devez visiter la tapisserie de Bayeux, bien sûr, parce qu'elle est extrêmement belle. La cathédrale est aussi très intéressante.
Numéro 5.
Si vous allez tout droit, vous allez voir la banque, juste en face de vous.
Numéro 6.
C'est assez loin, vous savez. Il faut prendre le bus numéro 5.
Remember, you can pause and replay as much as you like for these listening activities. Let's check your answers. 1. B. Pouvez-vous recommander un bon restaurant? Can you recommend a good restaurant? 2. E. Avez-vous un plan de la ville, s'il vous plaît? Do you have a map of the town, please? 3. A. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire le soir à Bayeux? What can you do in the evening in Bayeux? 4D. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut visiter à Bayeux? What can you visit in Bayeux? 5F. Est-ce qu'il y a une banque près d'ici? Is there a bank near here? 6C. Où est la gare, s'il vous plaît? Where is the station, please?
Unité 5. Voyager en ligne. Page 86. Exercice 2. Écoute les réponses à l'office de tourisme. Mets les questions dans le bon ordre. Numéro 1.
On mange très bien au restaurant chez Bernard, dans la rue principale. J'y ai mangé un très bon steak hier. C'est à 2 minutes à pied. Tournez à gauche en sortant d'ici.
Numéro 2.
Je suis désolée, mais il n'y en a plus en ce moment.
Numéro 3.
Il y a le cinéma, bien sûr. Et demain soir, vous pouvez aller voir un concert dans les jardins de l'abbaye.
Numéro 4.
Vous devez visiter la tapisserie de Bayeux, bien sûr, parce qu'elle est extrêmement belle. La cathédrale est aussi très intéressante.
Numéro 5.
Si vous allez tout droit, vous allez voir la banque, juste en face de vous.
Numéro 6.
C'est assez loin, vous savez. Il faut prendre le bus numéro 5.
Activité 5. You are now going to use those questions that you just worked with for the listening activity. You are going to use them as a model and adapt them in order to translate these sentences from English into French. For example, you want to say, what can you do here? Well, that question is very similar to question A. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? What can you do le soir à Bayeux? I don't want to ask about the evenings in Bayeux. I want the word for here. So all you need to do is copy part of the question. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire le soir? and insert your own word for here, ici. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire ici? Right, you have 10 minutes to translate the 6 questions from English into French. Pause the video now. Let's check your work. Here were the original 6 questions that were available for you to use for help. Here were the 6 questions that you needed to put into French. Firstly, what can you do here? Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire ici? Can you recommend a good hotel? Pouvez-vous recommander un bon hôtel? You can see that the underlined part is the part that I stole from the model. And then the other part that's not underlined was where I had to insert my own vocabulary. 3. Where is the shopping centre? Où est le centre commercial? 4. What must you see here? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut voir? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut visiter ici? 5. Do you have a map of the region, please? Avez-vous une carte de la région, s'il vous plaît? 6. Is there a swimming pool here? Est-ce qu'il y a une piscine près d'ici? Pause the video to check your work carefully. Make any changes necessary. If you have any time remaining, please spend it learning the indicated sections of your knowledge organiser. Today, that is section 2 and section 8 on the vocabulary page, all about question words and a few essential phrases for being a tourist. Have a good afternoon.